Hey guys, it's Sarah and I'm here with a tag video today. I saw this video on Elena Reads, sorry, Elena. Elena Reads. I always say Elena, that's how I read it, but it's Elena. I saw this on her channel and I thought it was a fun tag, so I wanted to go ahead and do it as well. This tag was created by Binge Reader, so I will leave a link to her channel down along with Elena's as well. If you haven't checked her out, please go check her out. She's great. So this is called the 9 Circles of Hell tag. and Binge Reader got this idea after realizing her favorite book was Dante, so she kind of took those 9 Circles of Hell and made a book tag out of it. So I thought that was really creative. So let's get started. The first circle of hell is Limbo, and this one is to choose a book that you read the first one in a series, but you're not sure if you want to continue with it. And for this, I'm going to say Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. I read the first book quite a few years ago. I think maybe back in 2012 or something like that. And I remember enjoying it. I didn't love it though. I wasn't like dying to get my hands on the rest of them. And it's been a few years, so it's on my list to read. So I probably will go ahead and at least pick up the second one and see what I think. I think the second one's called Pretties. But yeah, I don't know. It wasn't mind-blowing in any way. This series is a dystopian book series, and it is centered around a society where you have uglies and you have pretties. And if you're an ugly, you kind of are chosen or pass a test or something like that to become pretty, and you become that way by plastic surgery, and that means you move up into the elite of society. So yeah, I don't know. I remember enjoying the first book, just wasn't dying to move on to it. I probably will go ahead and try to give the second one a read, but for some reason I don't know. It's never on my radar to pick up next or anything like that, but yeah. The second circle of hell is Lust, and this is to choose a book that you cannot wait to get your hands on. I have 2 answers because they're in the same series. So one of them, I have my hands physically on it. I have not opened it yet. But Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas, which is book 3 in the Throne of Glass series, and Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas, which is book number 4 in the series that just came out in the past 2 months, I believe. It came out in the beginning of September. Oh, so I have put this off because I just bought this in September because I'm collecting the paperbacks in this series. So this paperback of this book just came out in September, so that's why I waited to buy it. And then Queen of Shadows, I need to wait until paperback to buy that as well. However, I have been working on my reading challenge, my Pop Sugar reading challenge this year, which is why I have not picked this up yet, because I'm trying to get through those books first. And then probably as soon as I'm done with that, this is probably going to be number 1 because I'm dying to be back in this world again. And just Throne of Glass series, it's up there with one of my favorite series of all time. I gotta get to this soon. Okay, so the third circle of hell is Gluttony, which is a book or series that you can't get enough of, something that you either have reread or you want to reread over and over and over again. Just no matter how many times you read it or think about it, you just want more. And then the fourth one is Greed, which is a book you either have multiple copies of that same book, or you want multiple copies of that same book. So I'm choosing the same book series for both of those because I have the same answer, and that's Harry Potter. The Harry Potter series are my favorite books of all time. You know what Harry Potter is. You know that it's magical. You know that it is wonderful. You know that it's so incredibly creative. I don't know how this stuff came out of one person's brain. It's insane to me. But this book series really got me. I think I read these in high school. It might have been late high school or college. It might have even been college, actually, when I read these. But my mom got me the first 3 books that were in a box set for Christmas one year. So that's when I started reading them. So the first 3 books were already out. They were in a box set. The 4th one had not come out yet. But I just remember just completely marathoning the first three. I could not get enough of it. I was like, oh my gosh, what is this amazingness? And then I was one of those crazy people at the store, like at midnight, wanting to buy the next edition of the books. So, yeah, just no matter how many times I will read these, I've only read the books one time, all the way through. I want to reread them many more times again. I know that I will. Sometimes when I think about rereading them, I'm like, I get a little bit of that guilt where I have so many other books that I haven't read yet that I need to read. But seriously, I need to be back in this world again soon. So I'm probably going to reread the Harry Potter series next year. I'm thinking that's probably going to be something I'm going to do. But I don't know. I just love them. And I know that when I read them again, it's going to be a great experience because it's been so long that I'm going to read things that I forgot about or maybe I didn't catch the first time around and things like that. And then as far as greed goes, wanting multiple copies, there are so many different editions of this book. I have the original American hardback copies, but there are so many beautiful editions of this book series now that I think it would be really cool just to have a whole bunch of different editions of them. And like the newest one are the illustrated editions, which they're going to be releasing one a year for the next 7 years. And it is the Harry Potter books, it's the text, but it has full color illustrations in them as well. And from what I hear, they're beautiful. I haven't seen one yet, but yeah, so Harry Potter. I'm going to stop talking about Harry Potter now, but I love it. All right, The Fifth Circle of Hell is Wrath, and it's a book that you hated and would never recommend. And for this one, I'm going to say Julie and Julia by Julie Powell. I did not enjoy that book at all. It in no way to me reflected the movie, which was very interesting because I love the movie. It's one of my favorite movies. But the book, I hated it. I really did. The Sixth Circle of Hell is Hearsay. I don't know how to say that. But this is a book or a series with bad reviews or kind of a despised book or series that you loved. And this is always going to be my answer for questions like this, which is 50 Shades of Grey. It's my guilty pleasure. I can't help it. Seventh Circle of Hell is Violence. And for this one, we're supposed to choose a dystopian society that to us seemed the most violent. And I haven't read a ton of dystopian. I've read a few here and there. Not even full series. I think I've only read one full series, which is The Hunger Games. So I'm going to say The Hunger Games because it was pretty violent. I mean, kids killing kids. And yeah, it was pretty violent. The books were a little more violent than the movies were. But yeah, so I'm going to go with The Hunger Games. The Eighth Circle of Hell is Fraud, and this is supposed to be a book cover or a book synopsis that does not accurately depict the book. So like a cover or a synopsis that you read it or see it and you're like, that is not at all what this book is supposed to be about. It gives nothing away. And this one, I'm going to choose book covers for a vampire series that is my favorite vampire series of all time, and that is the Argento Vampire series, which is written by Lindsay Sands. And the covers, I'm going to insert a few of them here. They're terrible. They are the worst covers ever. Not ever, but they're pretty bad. So, but yeah, each one of these books in this series follows a different vampire in this Argento family. So it's one big, huge family, and you kind of follow one different vampire in each of these, from the same family in each of these books. And they're wonderful. Oh, I love them so much. They are very fast, easy reads, very adult. But yeah, I don't know. I just love them. I can't get enough of them. And but yeah, the covers are terrible. So I read them all on my Kindle. And the Ninth Circle of Hell is Treachery. And we are supposed to choose a book where the protagonist starts out very strong and then kind of ends up very weak at the end. And for this one, I'm going to go with Nick Dunn in Gone Girl. And I'm choosing him because when this book starts out, he's very, I don't want to say he's strong necessarily because he's messed up. He's got some issues. He's kind of a douche face. But he was still kind of living his life in insurance and, you know, things like that. But, and then kind of maybe towards the middle of the book, he starts kind of, you know, his world gets shaken. So, and then by the end, he's kind of defeated. He's a pretty defeated character. Everything that goes on in this book kind of tears him down, understandably. But, yeah, so he was an interesting character. A lot of people hate him. I didn't hate him. I thought he was a jerk, for sure. But I also felt for him, you know. And you know why. If you read the book, you know why you feel for him. But yeah, so good old Nick. All right, that's it for me. So that was a fun tag. I don't have anyone specifically to tag, but if you're watching this video and you do videos and you like the tag and you want to go ahead and do it, then I tag you in it. Feel free to name drop me, because that'll mean something to someone. It won't. Anyway, all right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you have any questions or if you agree with me on any of these, or if you don't want to do a video or you don't do videos, tell me some of your answers down below, and I will talk to you again soon. Have a great day, guys. Bye.